I'm David Toman, author of nootropicsexpert.com, and in this video I'm going to share with you what I believe to be the best multivitamin for women to buy in 2020. But first we'll talk briefly about whether women should use a multi if you really need a multivitamin and what each ingredient in a high-quality multi actually does for you. I'll even talk briefly about what you should avoid when shopping for a multivitamin. And then I'll tell you what my wife and I use and recommend and why. Women frequently ask me what multivitamin I recommend that they use and why, and this video is a detailed response to that question for 2020. And it's important because you will not hear about the top 5 or top 10 best multivitamins for women here. I simply cannot, in good conscience, recommend any of the hundreds of multivitamins for women on the market, only the one that my wife uses. And it's the only one she can use because she's sensitive to most supplements. Not so with the multi that I'm reviewing here, and she finds it effective. Here my focus is on multivitamins. You'll also discover why I have problems with most of the other multivitamin mineral supplements on the market. I reveal some of the deceptive marketing practices used by these supplement manufacturers and how their choice of poor quality vitamins and minerals used in their multivitamin formulas are cheap substitutes your body cannot use. And then you'll learn more about the best multivitamin my wife has ever used and continues to use in 2020. And I'll tell you how each of the vitamins and minerals in this multi work in your body and brain, along with links in the original transcript of this video to clinical studies that support their use. So stay tuned and find out why the Performance Lab NutriGenesis Multi is the best multivitamin for women in 2020. Oh, and by the way, if you're looking for the best multivitamin for men, I've got another video on this channel that is the best multivitamin for men. Women who use a multivitamin often say they take one daily because it's good health insurance. They hope that their multi is making up for the nutrients missing in their diet. And it turns out they're onto something. A survey conducted a few years ago with 4,673 teens aged 12 to 19 years found that less than 1% ate a healthy diet. And another study published by the Mayo Clinic found that only 2.7% of adults surveyed followed a healthy lifestyle. And the survey included not eating a healthy diet. And a study conducted in Europe found that 30% of all women are deficient in one or more vitamins and minerals. And it was estimated that 70% of women would be suffering from nutrient deficiencies if multivitamin supplements weren't available. But the thing is, even if you ate your veggies, didn't smoke, drank little alcohol, avoided junk food, and exercised regularly, you'd still have a problem trying to maintain optimal health. Because our fruit, vegetable, and meat products simply do not provide enough of the vitamins and minerals you need to support a healthy body and brain. And I've written extensively on this subject over the last few years. Here's an example. The U.S. Department of Agriculture recorded the nutrient density of various fruits and vegetable crops since the early 1900s, and the results are downright scary. A medium-sized apple grown in 2020 has literally a fraction of the vitamins and minerals compared to an apple grown in 1914. And this drop in nutrient content has been a problem with most fruits and vegetables over the last few decades. It's even more critical to get optimal amounts of the vitamins and minerals daily if you're dealing with the chronic health problems, or you're pregnant or you're nursing, or you're postmenopausal. If you're committed to improving your health, or you're into competitive sports, dieting, or simply concerned about how you feel, your system requires the help of a high-quality multivitamin. Now, it's true that supplements will not make up for poor eating habits, but using a multivitamin can make a healthy diet even better. In the previous section of this video, we saw that even the healthiest diets are challenged getting all the vitamins and minerals you need. But let's take a minute and look at how our optimal levels of the nutrients affect our day-to-day health. Avoiding anemia. Anemia is a condition where the number of red blood cells are insufficient to meet biological needs and is often caused by iron deficiency in menstruating women. Iron deficiency results from inadequate dietary iron intake poor iron absorption or utilization, an increase in iron requirements, or chronic blood loss. For healthy red blood cells, you need optimal daily doses of vitamin A, iron, vitamin 2, vitamin 12, and folate. Antioxidants. A well-functioning immune system is required to keep inflammation, oxidative stress, and free radicals in check, shielding you from whatever bug is going around and keeping age-related neurodegenerative disease at bay. For a healthy immune system, you need optimal daily doses of vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin B2, zinc, selenium, copper, and manganese. Energy. Nothing puts a damper on your day like fatigue. Running out of energy at any time of the day should be unacceptable to you. Family, friends, and coworkers depend on you, and you depend on you. For energy metabolism, you must get your daily dose of each of the B vitamins, iron, iodine, magnesium, copper, manganese, chromium, and molybdenum. Cognition and mood. Now, as a woman, you recognize how important it is to be able to think on your feet. Quick learning and memory make life easier. Less anxiety and a good mood make your day go better, and makes for a more pleasant environment for those around you. To support cognition and mood, you need optimal amounts of each of the B vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin D, calcium, iron, iodine, magnesium, zinc, selenium, copper, manganese, chromium, molybdenum, inositol, and vanadium. Heart. You know the feeling when your heart is beating normally, and you feel full of energy and healthy, and your blood pressure is down. But as you get older, things become more of a challenge. Keeping blood pressure under control or warding off of the family history of heart disease and or failure becomes paramount. For optimal cardiovascular health, we need the right daily dose of vitamin C, vitamin E, the B vitamins, calcium, iron, magnesium, copper, manganese, chromium, and vanadium. Looking great and sporting healthy-looking hair, skin, and nails tells the world how you feel inside. Call it a barometer of good health. But spending your hard-earned cash and time on makeup and cosmetics will only help you look good. The nutrients required for a healthy complexion, great hair, and healthy-looking nails and eyes will help you look and feel good. For healthy hair, skin, and nails, you require optimal daily doses of vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin B3, vitamin B7, B9, inositol, vanadium, and boron. I could go on, but I think by now you're getting the picture. Are you absolutely sure you ate enough seafood this week to get your optimal dose of iodine? Was your plate loaded twice every day with green leafy vegetables, nuts, seeds, and whole grains to get optimal doses of magnesium, all of the B vitamins, boron, chromium, copper, potassium, and vitamin K? I know mine isn't. And it's likely why I felt so damn good the first day I tried this new multivitamin and mineral supplement by Performance Lab, and my wife loves the Women's Multi too. Now that we've established that women should use a daily multivitamin, which one do you get? And it turns out there are very few raw and whole food supplement makers who produce a decent, high-quality multivitamin. I've tried many of the men's formulas, and some are good. These whole food multivitamins contain the right form and often the right dose of each vitamin and mineral, but all of them add unnecessary ingredients, like a fairy dusting of organic fruit or vegetable powders to make it look more like a whole food multi. Now, this adds zero benefit other than filling up the capsule, but it looks good in their advertising. Or you come across a few milligrams of CoQ10 in a form your body can't use, but the manufacturer markets it and sells it anyway as a heart-healthy multi. Or a few milligrams of choline bitartrate, and the advertising tells you it's optimized for cognition. Now, any neurohacker knows a few milligrams of any choline supplement is useless, but it looks good on the label. Now, here's a better idea. How about a simple, pure, whole food multivitamin that supplies optimal amounts of each of the vitamins and minerals your body and brain need to thrive every day. The best multivitamin for women in 2020 without question is the Performance Lab NutriGenesis Multi for Women. And here's what's in this multi for women. Vitamin A, 600 milligrams for memory formation, quick thinking, brain and blood cell health, vision, your immune system, protein synthesis, tissue repair, bones, and is a potent antioxidant. Vitamin C, 60 micrograms, supports your immune system, heart health, neurotransmitter synthesis, and helps in collagen formation for bone, skin, joint, muscle, and gum health, and contributes to blood circulation. Vitamin D3, 25 milligrams, is required for neurotransmitter synthesis, gene expression, neuroplasticity for memory and mood. It protects DNA and prevents telomere shortening, female hormone synthesis, protein synthesis, your immune system, and bones. Vitamin E, 20 IU, is your most abundant and bioavailable antioxidant protection against oxidative stress and free radicals, immune system, heart health, tissue repair, and great-looking hair, skin, and nails. And vitamin K1 and K2, 100 micrograms, named after the German word for coagulation. It contributes to myelin synthesis, proteins involved in apoptosis, mitogenesis, neurogenesis, and glial cell growth, heart and blood health, bones and joints. Vitamin B1, 4 milligrams, involved in the Krebs cycle that makes ATP in mitochondria for energy, and is a cofactor in the synthesis of acetylcholine, glutamate, and GABA. Vitamin B2, 4 milligrams, is part of ATP production in mitochondria for energy and prevent migraines, converting tryptophan to vitamin B3 or niacin, and vitamins B6 and vitamin A into forms your body can use. Red blood cell formation, cell growth, and is an antioxidant. Vitamin B3, 20 milligrams, for healthy blood flow, female hormone synthesis, protein and fat metabolism, great-looking skin, it's an antioxidant, BDNF and human growth hormone, and it stimulates the production of neurotransmitters, better learning, memory, cognition, recall, and mood. Vitamin B5, 20 milligrams, is at the heart of the Krebs cycle, an electron transport chain needed for energy metabolism, testosterone production, heart health, and the synthesis of neurotransmitters for reducing stress and anxiety and depression. Vitamin B6, or 4 milligrams, is required for the synthesis of dopamine, epinephrine, GABA, melatonin, norepinephrine, and serotonin, and to modulate homocysteine, immune function, gene transcription and expression, blood cell formation, oxygen transport, and blood sugar. Vitamin B7, 300 micrograms, required for energy metabolism, the synthesis and release of neurotransmitters, myelin formation, white blood cell development, immune system, gene expression, DNA structure, great-looking hair, skin, and nails, muscle coordination, learning and memory, and mood. Vitamin B9, 1,336 micrograms, needed for DNA and RNA synthesis, gene expression, and amino acid synthesis, myelin, all major neurotransmitter creation, and red blood cell creation and vessel maintenance. Vitamin B12, 50 micrograms, is required for DNA and RNA synthesis, all major neurotransmitters, myelin to regulate homocysteine, and heart health for alertness, cognition, memory, mood, and overall good health. Calcium, 21 milligrams, is needed for healthy bones, joints, muscles, heart, storing and retrieving memory, testosterone, and estradiol control. Iron, 8 milligrams, is a cofactor in the synthesis of neurotransmitters and myelin and DNA. It's essential for lipid and brain energy metabolism, for regulating dopamine and dopamine D1 and D2 receptors, serotonin transporter density, and the uptake of norepinephrine, and red blood cell formation. Iodine, 150 micrograms, is required to produce thyroid hormone and for gene expression, for energy metabolism, for the synthesis and use of GABA, for dopamine release and acetylcholine synthesis. Magnesium, 21 milligrams. It's needed for DNA and RNA synthesis, neurotransmitter flow, energy metabolism, and synaptic plasticity, for female hormone production, muscle relaxation, blood sugar control, heart health, and strong bones. Zinc, 10 milligrams, for protein synthesis, regulating signaling cascades, gene expression, and neurotransmitter transport, DNA repair and synthesis, methylation, anti-inflammatory. It protects against toxic copper levels, and for female hormone production and vision health. Selenium, 125 micrograms. It's needed for thyroid hormone synthesis, catecholamine activation, dopamine pathways, acetylcholine transmission, supports your immune system, and acts as an antioxidant. Copper, 1.5 milligrams. It's required for blood vessel and myelin creation, synapses, ATP synthesis. It prevents free radical damage, for neuron and glial cell respiration, for vision health, for heart health. It assists antioxidant use, and it supports your immune system. Manganese, 2 milligrams. It's for bone formation, energy metabolism, blood sugar regulation, calcium absorption, neuron and glial cell function, neurotransmitter synthesis, a healthy blood-brain barrier, and brain and spinal cord repair. Chromium, 120 micrograms. It improves insulin sensitivity and blood sugar regulation, energy metabolism, and weight management. Molybdenum, 75 micrograms, is an enzyme cofactor for energy metabolism, purine metabolism, which are the components of DNA, RNA, ATP, cAMP, NADH, and coenzyme A. It converts toxins to harmless acid and hydrogen peroxide to be expelled by your kidneys, and it prevents and detoxes DNA mutations. Potassium, 16 milligrams. It's critical for maintaining the voltage difference inside and outside of cells, and it's required for nerve impulse transmission and muscle contraction and heart function. And it relieves brain fog, fatigue, and depression. Inositol, 25 milligrams. It helps control blood sugar. It reduces inflammation. It regulates cell volume and signaling pathways. It assists DNA repair and is a secondary messenger for serotonin, which helps to relieve anxiety and depression. Vanadium, 10 micrograms. It regulates blood sugar, blood pressure, and cholesterol, which supports your heart health, and it's neuroprotective. And boron, 1 milligram. It's essential for bone growth and maintenance. It increases the half-life and bioavailability of testosterone, estrogen, and vitamin D. It reduces inflammation and free radicals, and is a required cofactor in the synthesis of all the major neurotransmitters. Now, I've written more extensively on how all of these vitamins and minerals work, so please see my separate posts if you're interested on 13 vitamins that are essential for the optimized brain, and another post on 13 minerals that are essential for the optimized brain. I go into more detail on each one of these vitamins and minerals if you're interested. The only other ingredient in the Performance Lab NutriGenesis Multi for women are NutriCaps capsules, which are made from fermented tapioca. That's it. There's nothing else but NutriGenesis Lab grown vitamins and minerals that are identical from what you get from real organic food. And this is a big deal because, as I mentioned earlier, most multivitamin supplement manufacturers like to waste capsule space with fairy dusting amounts of whole food fruit and vegetable powders, or tiny amounts of single nootropics like CoQ10 and choline, maca, tea leaf, ginkgo, ginger, zeaxanthin, and others. Now, I suppose it looks good in their advertising, but it does nothing for you. Zero, zip. There's not enough of any of these nootropic supplements to be effective. And many of these multivitamins also include toxic ingredients like silicon dioxide, vegetable stearate, silica, magnesium sulfate, hydrogenated palm oil, polyethylene glycol, yellow number 6, and others. And they even put this stuff in multis made for kids. These ingredients are used for color, odor control, as anti-clumping agents, preservatives, and flow agents, so the powder doesn't stick to the encapsulation machines. But the problem is most of them are toxic and can suppress your immune system. It causes mitochondrial dysfunction. It damages brain cells. It causes oxidative stress, and who knows what else. By comparison, the Performance Lab NutriGenesis Multi contains no other ingredients, just pure, clean nutrients your body recognizes as food and can use. This multivitamin for women is available exclusively from the manufacturer's website and I've provided a link below this video to the Performance Lab NutriGenesis Multi for women if you're interested in trying it. I think you'll find the Performance Lab NutriGenesis Multi for women very competitively priced. One box of 120 capsules, which is 30 doses, is 4 capsules a day, is only $39 plus shipping. And you can get 2 boxes or 240 capsules or for 60 doses, that's 2 months for $78. And 3 boxes, you get a box free. That's 480 capsules for 120 doses, that's $117 plus, and they throw in free shipping. Now the recommended dose is 4 capsules per day, which is 1 box per month. And the company ships worldwide from the USA and the UK to most countries, so check their shipping and returns page for a detailed list. The Performance Lab NutriGenesis Multi for women is designed to be taken daily and for the long term. There's no cycling or issues with tolerance, and dosages are based on clinical studies for what your body needs and not the government-mandated RDA. It's safe to use daily for the rest of your life. Now, I've personally been using the Multi for Men daily since it was made available and have found that the benefits are felt, especially if it's used every day. This multi is all natural and pure with no toxic additives. This multivitamin mineral supplement is your base and should be considered the foundation for everything else you're doing to enhance your quality of life. Now, used daily, this multi ensures you're getting the essential vitamins and minerals your body and brain require, the same type and level of nutrients that was once available in our food supply. Now, if you've spent any time with the ingredients list that I went through earlier in this review, you may have noticed that this multi for women covers everything required for a healthy female body and brain. This multivitamin supports muscle growth, sex hormones, blood supply and flow, cognition, physical appearance, your immune system, weight maintenance, and more. Now, I've tried many of the other raw and whole food multis for men and used them for years before this multi came along. I've used the Performance Lab NutriGenesis Multi for men, and my wife has used the Multi for women every day for the last 2 years. And both of us know that based on how we feel and perform, that these are the best multivitamin formulas for men and women on the planet. So I suggest getting and trying the Performance Lab NutriGenesis Multi for women. And that's my report on the best multivitamin for women to buy in 2020. If you want to see links to the full review for each multi-ingredient that I talked about, click on the link below this video. There you'll find a full transcript of this video, and you'll also find dozens of articles in all the well-known nootropics on Nootropics Expert. If you've got any questions or you want to share what you think are better choices for multivitamins for women in 2020, please use the comment section at the bottom of this video or on the post over on Nootropics Expert. I respond to comments and questions at Nootropics Expert usually the same day. If you haven't already, download your free copy of Secrets of the Optimized Brain. It's over on Nootropics Expert. And while you're there, get a copy of my book, Head First, The Complete Guide to Healing and Optimizing Your Brain with Nootropic Supplements. It's nearly 600 pages. It's like a manual for your brain. And I also offer personal consultations if you think you could use more one-on-one help. A link to my calendar for booking is below this video. And if you want to see more videos on all the best nootropics used today, subscribe to this channel before you leave. I'll be putting up new videos on nootropics and optimizing your brain every week. I'm David Toman, author of Nootropics Expert.